welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing wonderful. This month, if you couldn't tell, I am doing Peachtober. What I'm doing right now is I'm creating my own little sketchbook. I saw that another fellow artist online, Untitled Painting or Paintings, I actually don't know if that's plural, but she is a lovely artist. I'll have her accounts linked in my description. I watch her videos once in a while, and one day she was talking about bookbinding and creating her own sketchbooks, and I'm like, yes, I should do that too. That sounds really fun. My toxic trait is that once I know that I can create something, I refuse to buy it. So now that I know that creating your own sketchbook is possible, it's the only thing I'm gonna do from now on. I'm never going to buy a pre-made sketchbook ever. So yeah, I'm creating my own sketchbook. I got Arch's paper. She is the main character in this video. I thought this would be a good way to start creating my own sketchbooks because I really wanted to find a way to house my Peachtober artwork in a separate place so I can look back on and be like, wow, it's a sketchbook full of my Peachtober stuff. But it was really hard to find a sketchbook with the exact amount of pages. So I was like, yes, this is the perfect time to create my own sketchbook. And also I got to pick the color of the binding and the front of the sketchbook, which we all know that sketchbooks usually are just black. Who came up with that? Aren't we artists? We want some funky colors. Why are they mostly black? I don't get it. Petition to make sketchbooks more fun. Seems like a no-brainer to me. What Peachtober actually is and my goals for Peachtober this year. Peachtober is a daily art prompt list for the month of October. I think the original one is Inktober, but since then a ton of prompt lists gets posted every single year, and one of the bigger ones is Peachtober. It is hosted by a fellow artist named Furry Little Peach. She is amazing. We love her. We worship her. If you don't know who she is, do you live under a rock? You should go check her out. She's great. This is my first time actually joining any October art challenges, so I'm really excited. One thing I will say about the Peachtober art prompt list is that it is geared towards more of an illustration art style. It's very fun and playful. It's been really hard to figure out how these prompts fit in with my art style in my personal interests. That's not necessarily a con because it has made me very creative with my art recently, so I really enjoyed that. I have seen a lot of prompt lists that I'm very interested in would fit more my style of art, so maybe next year I will follow a different prompt list, but for now I really enjoy Peachtober and it's been really fun. Another thing that I want to point out is that the art community during this time is so supportive of each other, and I don't know if this is similar to all prompt lists, but since I posted with Peachtober, so many artists have been sharing my art and commenting and being super supportive. I've met so many wonderful artists. It has kept me motivated even though I am very exhausted and a little bit burnt out from doing art. It really is a motivating factor knowing that I am doing this along with other artists and I could potentially meet more people by posting my art, and it's just a wonderful feeling. Alright, let's talk about my personal goals for Peachtober. I feel like my goals are a little different than most people's goals. I personally am a slow artist. It takes me a long time to get my ideas down on paper. And I know that it is extended a little bit because I tend to overthink things and it gets quite exhausting, and I can't do more things in one day that I wish I could because I'm spending way too much energy on overthinking the small details instead of the big picture. So for Peachtober, I'm kind of forcing myself to do all of that in one day, and hopefully by doing that I will enjoy the painting process instead of overthinking a lot of things. I don't expect myself to paint anything in one day after Peachtober. I just want to be able to enjoy the painting process, and hopefully by doing that it will actually reduce the time that I spend on each painting. But to be more specific about my goals, I do plan to do 20 paintings this month, so that'll be 5 paintings a week, which is a lot of art still. I don't think I will be able to do 20 paintings, but it's just like a vague goal in mind. I don't think I'm like pressuring myself too much. If there comes a day where I feel really burnt out, I think I will just take a break. But yeah, I have enjoyed myself so much so far this Peachtober, and I'm glad that this challenge is making me paint more often. It's a nice feeling. Hello. Alright, I just wanted to pop in and chat with you guys. It is day 3 of Peachtober and I'm feeling so sleepy. But it's okay. I'm really excited for today's design, so I hope that motivates me to continue painting throughout the day. The prompt today is sweet, and I just decided to do like a sweet gesture between 2 women hugging each other and having like an intimate moment. And I designed this the day after I went camping, and during that camping trip we were like right by the lake, and we went out in the middle of the night and there was a full moon and it was just like super bright. Everything was like lit up because of this moon, and because of that, like the next day I designed this concept of the 2 women hugging and then their hair like swirling as if their hair is like the waves in the water. Okay, I want to take this time to talk about my struggles during this challenge. And before we jump into it, I just want to say I don't mean to seem like I'm complaining a lot if I do seem that way. I have just never done an art challenge before. So there is a lot of things that I've noticed and I'm struggling with, and I just wanted to take the time to chat about it. When I started this challenge, it wasn't the best few first days, and that's because I had a lot going on the week before, so I had no time to like decompress from what I had going on last week before jumping into this challenge. So the first 3 days were extremely stressful, and I think the first week I really wanted to paint and post the videos on the day of the prompt, and I was really pressuring myself to do that, which I'm really glad that I did follow through with myself, but it was super stressful. I was tired, I was burnt out, and one thing that I noticed, doing art every day makes the quality of your art decrease a lot. Even like the Cosmos one, the final product was a mess. I know that I was really rushing that day and I missed a ton of details. I actually had to put that painting into Procreate and like finish it up because of how much stuff I missed in like the actual painting. And then we get to this one. The prompt is sprig, and I thought it'd be cute for a little witch to have a sprig broomstick. I love the idea. It was probably one of my favorite ideas, but the most disappointing one so far. The anatomy is wrong, the shoes are goofy, the dress is all funky. I do like how the sprig turned out and the bow, but everything else, it seemed like kind of a disaster. And at that point, I was so tired. I was so tired and burnt out, and I ended up taking like a long break. And then I came back to it and I told myself that, you know, the reason why the quality is dropping is because I'm doing this every single day. I'm also doing full body art instead of just portraits. Portraits I'm so much more better at. I still need a lot of practice with full body, and I didn't necessarily have a goal in mind to improve my full body art during this challenge. So I was like, we need to rein it in a little, do something you're more comfortable with. After my 4-day break, I did a portrait. Here's what the original design was supposed to be, and then I ended up just reducing it down just to the portrait, and I absolutely love how it turned out. I think with combination of the break and gaining my motivation back to do art, and then also doing something that I'm comfortable painting, it just, the stars aligned. If you're feeling burnt out, just take a break. Doing the challenge is really great, and putting pressure on yourself to do something out of your comfort zone, but also taking rest is super important. And if you're able to paint every day, that's amazing. But if you are not, yeah, just take a nap. It's okay. Play some Stardew Valley, I don't know. But like I said, I am glad that I pressured myself the first 4 or 5 days of the challenge. I think that I'm proud of myself of what I created, but I also am proud of myself for taking a rest and coming back to it instead of just giving up.